JQ Crafty here. I'm going to give you a tour of my scrap room space. I know on like my welcome page for my YouTube, I think there's kind of one, but this is going to be more of an in-depth, like trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with my space and how I can better organize it, because it's chaotic. It really is. And I figure, and we're trying to kind of declutter and all that in general in most of our house. And so I thought, if I start with my corner, which I feel like is kind of the biggest problem in this basement room, besides my son's toys, which some of that is going. He's grown out of it. He claims he's not, but he hasn't touched it for months. I'm sure you guys know how it is. So I figure as long as I get started in one corner, and then I should declutter my stuff anyway, and it's a lot easier to declutter my stuff when I know what needs to go, other than other people's stuff, or my son's or my husband's without their input sometimes, even though kids, you know, sometimes you just need to do it. So I'm going to give you kind of a overview of my space. And then also tell you, I decided to do my scrap room space and my assessment tool separate. So you should have already seen the assessment or the layout I did. And while I did that layout, I did the assessment of my space. And so this way it kind of helped me figure out, all right, what do I have where and what is going on? Okay. So let me find a good spot to stand so I can give you an overview. Oh my, it is such a mess. I'm so sorry. And this is me, no makeup, day off, random day off, no kid or anybody. I'm home by myself, so nice. I usually can get a lot done. So today, that is why I'm tackling a bunch of this stuff and trying to get a bunch of it done and trying to assess, and my cat is going crazy, and trying to assess what the space could do. I've already been sending my husband text messages. Hey, can you build me a shelf? Hey, can you build me this? Little simple things that I think will help. Okay, so here is my scrap room, or my scrap corner. So I basically claim from the windows all the way around to the door, and then out the door a little. During my space assessment, I realized that right here is exercise equipment. Not a lot, but enough that it doesn't need to be there. And it could be definitely somewhere else. I have a huge quilting cutting mat right there. So that actually should stay slid in there. But I was thinking, if I move my cart to there, I will have that. That printer is going bye-bye. It has not worked for years. It's going in the trash. I will have a top of that. And then we have this cute little skinny white cabinet that has shelves in it that would literally fit perfectly in here, right here, that has shelves on the top and then has a door and shelves on the bottom. So some covered space. It's white. It would match the trim. So that was kind of a furniture assessment thing. That is like week 27, obviously. Some of these weeks I will probably be mixing them just because I know what needs to be done and I know what can be brought in. But yeah, so I'll probably put that there. So that is some stuff that's going to change and move, because this train table, and this track, yeah, this is my son's chaos. He hasn't been down here in weeks, and then he came down and just ransacked. So we're getting rid of this train table. So I will not feel bad about putting that there. And I might open up the space here by moving that stuff over there. And this needs to get organized better. But anyway, whole nother thing. So that will move, so that'll free up that space. In this, and this video might get long, so I might just kind of give you a general overview, and then I'll do more specifics, I think, as the weeks go on. So in this, I do chalk couture as well, and I do quilting and sewing. So in this is mostly scrapbooking stuff. There are 2 drawers of chalk couture. One's like my pastes and my inks. And the top one is smaller transfers, old catalogs, other random tools. And these are my squeegees for doing chalk couture. So that stuff, which I could organize those a little bit better and use this little thing, because I have a bunch of them that I use to have handy. So I'm going to see if my husband will build me a shelf up here. I thought even just like 2 or 3 shelves that I could stick all these on, because like this is all my sequins. Not a ton of them, but enough. I pour them in here, which I want to paint and finish that and put something fun on the bottom of it. Anyway, random stickers. A shelf will be just long enough to put this on, which is all my shimmers, my mists, my Nuvo, my gesso that I use a lot, all in there. All paintbrushes, pens, pencils, extras. My drawing pens. Another thing I asked my husband to do is see if he could build me a corner, like, bump up thing so I can put my laptop up on it, and then that can slide under, and other things could slide under. My silhouette. This is where I do most of my scrapbooking, is along this space because I can kind of spread out. My sewing machine is usually pushed back, but I'm currently working on projects, so I don't want to have to. I can, but it's sometimes easier if it's just there, pedals there. It's just easier if I can scrapbook and then sew. Scrapbook and sew. So, but I have quilting stuff under there, my stamps. That's nail stuff. That cube is full of just junk that needs to go on through. Random books, which also could go somewhere else. Fabric. So that's all sewing stuff. So I would like to kind of keep sewing stuff over here and maybe put, do something with that. That could go, because that is utilized. It's right there all the time. I would use it. Under there is fabric, vinyl for my silhouette for other projects, some fabric I cut because I'm working on making stockings for somebody, pictures, all that stuff is tucked under. My washi tape is in there, tucked under, so that's kind of a problem. All my alphas are in this basket, a little loose leaf, which works actually because I can flip through. I like that. It's long enough. All my other random embellishments are in there, and so are they in there. But to me, it looks like they could maybe fit together. So that would free up that for something else. I just recently got these at Sam's Club. So my hot mess kit is right here, and any kits I'm working on and scraps are going to be organized right in this thing. And I like it right up here. These are the photos that I have printed or recently. So some current and some photos I want to work on. This is only some of my photos. That thing's stacked tight. It's only some of my photos. My acrylic paints, more pictures, other random stuff. I think one of those has like exercise stuff in it that could go. I have embroidery stuff. That also is over here. That can stay over there in my mind because that's fine. Those albums probably could move, and then those random tools could maybe go in a basket under there. Yeah, see, so there's things I need to do. It's just taking the time to shuffle around and do it. Yeah, it's just a mess. I inherited like all of my grandma's sewing stuff when she died. I even have her old sewing machine. We're using it as a table. And then I have my other grandma, when she died, I inherited all her embroidery stuff because that's something she loved to do, so I love to do it. There's some stockings I'm working on. So these are the layouts that I have photos picked. I have challenges picked for them. These are the ones I'm working on right now. So I don't like that they're on the floor. That's not cool. I have 2 of those totes. The bottom one is quilting supplies, which ideally could go somewhere else, obviously. And up here, those are the stockings I have kind of laid out. Underneath that is scrapbook stuff for my wedding album, which is laying right there. And then my child's baby album, which is right there, which is not done. So, yay, chaos. That's all my chalk couture stuff. That's perfect that it can hang there. I like that. I could potentially have my husband put like a thing there and hang it there. That's an option, so it's not on the door. But then out here, I also have all this. So this is chaos, right? Totes of like decorations and blah, blah, blah. There's a couple more stockings I've done. I'm so proud of them. But these are some of the albums that are finished and ones I'm working on, and more old kits that I haven't touched that need to be touched. So I'm actually making a huge dent in these. I used to have 3 of these things full of kits. So I have maybe 2.5 now. And then I have a drawer, and this is all Christmas ones because I wanted to keep those separate. What's nice is I was able to free up the drawer where my new Vicky Bouton collection, my new Chamel collection, and that little Amy Tan collection that I got are all in one drawer. And then all the stuff I got from the grab box from Christina's store and all the stuff I got from my Pink Fresh Studio grab box are all in one drawer. So my new stuff is in by collection, which I would like to do when I keep getting new stuff. Loose cardstock, loose paper, albums in progress that are falling off the shelves. When there's something else there, that'll be better. This is kind of like inspiration wall slash, this is stuff I kind of want to use up. Or if I had pictures and I did a bunch of pictures, say I had like a series of I think I did a page where I did a series of these pictures, and that's just the only one I didn't use. So I pin it up, scrapbook it later. Pin it up, scrapbook it later. So that's that stuff, things to use up, little alphas, stickers, that kind of thing. This is my son's art wall. I love looking at it. I kind of want to hang it higher so I can look at it more, or maybe even move it over. That's a possibility too. But I love looking at his art. So this is all little art. So I'd like to move that. I wonder, there's not enough space to go like up with it though if we put it up there. But either way, yeah. So that is, yeah. So I have all this space out here. This is all pictures. This tote. This needs to go. This is literally just garbage. Like, I need to get rid of it. That stuff I kind of need to go through. That stuff I want to chalk couture. That's the old case for my grandma's sewing machine. It's not in there, but there's the case for it. A bag of fabric. I probably should just get rid of it. I don't need it. Random books we haven't read in years. Random other stuff I need to go through. Decorations for my sister's shower that is now over, and I probably should just do something with that. Anyone need umbrellas? Anyway, so yeah, more chalk couture stuff. It's kind of sprinkled over my old yearbooks from high school. Yes, so this shelf needs to be utilized better, and then this space will become utilized more, because then if I put all the albums out there, I will have a better assessment of what I need to do. Right now, currently, I love that I have my loose cardstock and loose paper. I haven't used colored cardstock as much. And I have all these kits that come with cardstock in it. So I'm not using cardstock as much. I think when I get to my new stuff that doesn't come with cardstock, that might come in handy more. But I'm definitely leaning more towards white and craft. So the colored cardstock might get donated. We'll see. But I'm liking, and then I have other kits and other things that need to get, these are like mini kits. Those can get moved. I also want to keep this out and handy because that's what I want to start working on. That is my One Canoe 2. All the collection of One Canoe 2. My cutting mats, yeah. So there's a lot crammed in a lot of very relatively small space for how much is in here. But I feel like it could easily be done. I can easily scrapbook this. I just need to take the time. And so that's what this whole series is going to be about. And I can't wait to start. Now that I'm seeing all the problems and seeing all the possibilities and where things can move, I'm liking this. So stay tuned. Join me if you want to. Once again, go to scrapbook.com and the classes, and you can find their 27-week organization. Yeah. The first few weeks is going to be really easy. Because I like where my pattern paper and my cardstock are. So, but I think I will also work on reorganizing this a little bit better and figure out what I want to do. So, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.